Hey, bookcrows! I'm Beryl. I'll be your host today, and I'm joined by my forever co-host, Thyme. Today we will be discussing The Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. But before we get into it, Thyme, what books are you currently reading, or have you picked up any books recently?
Well, I finished Wickedly Ever After. I do plan on rereading it for note-taking purposes for the next episode. It's a thick tome.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot that happened in this book. I don't know how I'm going to summarize everything that happened in this book. Not gonna lie. But I'm currently listening for the millionth time to The Last Secret of the Secret Annex by Joop van Voskagil. I know I didn't pronounce his name right. I'm so sorry, Joop. He also has a co-author that I can't remember the name of, but he's Bep Voskagil's son. She was Ellie in the original publication of the Diary of Anne Frank. And after I second read Wickedly Ever After, I plan on reading When We Flew Away by Alice Hoffman, which is essentially, I'll figure out how I like it or not. It's a novel of Anne Frank before the diary.
Interesting.
We shall see my opinions on that when I get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to try to go into it non-biased. I'm going to try really hard. But I did pick up some books at my local Goodwill. You're not allowed to see this one. It's your graduation present.
Oh, you are buying way in advance for me. Holy shit.
Well, I saw it. Well, Dalton saw it, actually. And he's like, oh, this would be a good one. I was like, you know who this would be a good one for? Beryl.
Hell yeah.
But I got When We Fall Down while I was there. And it's about 4 LGBTQ plus kids trying to live in this, like, dystopian-esque world. There's, like, a crumbling government and all that fun stuff.
Wait, that book looks familiar. Who's the author?
Rose, I don't know how to pronounce that last name. I'm so sorry.
I don't know how to pronounce that last name either. Okay, I don't recognize it, but it looks familiar.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw it. Maybe it was one of those, like, we saw it online or something.
Maybe.
And then I got a couple others that are not readily handy, like the Dark Lord Darth Vader book and the Lion Women of however you pronounce this Iranian word.
Tehran?
Tehran, I think.
I think. I'm so sorry if we got that wrong. The Tehran?
Yeah. Could be. I remember seeing it a while back and I wanted to get it. And then I saw it there. So I was like, yeah, we'll grab it. And then I got a bunch of boring history books.
Oh, well. They're only boring to people who find them boring.
I don't find them boring. But they're not ones that we would do for the podcast. So
True.
I'm not going to mention them. Oh, and I found 2 pagan books while I was there. I was very excited about that. They are Wiser Publishing books. One of them was about the mythology of heathenry and stuff like that, which is interesting. And then the other was about runes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm loving my local Goodwill.
A good Goodwill.
It's great. Yeah, well, and so they opened a new spot because the old spot was super small. It's no longer within walking distance, so I can't just walk there anymore. I have to drive.
Wait,
it's just rude.
the town you live in is so tiny. What do you mean it's no longer within walking distance?
Okay, it is within walking distance. It's just a long walk for like going to get books.
Okay, yeah, fair.
It's no longer like a 5-minute jaunt. It's now like 15 minutes.
Oh no, that's true. No, that is too much for books.
Yeah, it's not we're walking by on the way to the coffee shop. Let's pop in. It's now okay, we're going to Goodwill with a purpose. Like, you know where the roundabout is? It's over by the roundabout.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a jaunt.
I mean, you live in such a tiny town.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've done circles around downtown Portland for fun. Like,
fair, but not while you're carrying like 10 books.
I think I have done 10 books before downtown Portland, but most of them were manga because I'm on Sailor Moon Quest.
Fair. That's valid. I get some pretty good-sized books that are a lot heavier. I tend to enjoy hardbacks more, and those are a lot heavier.
Same.
But they moved, so there was a reopening sale, basically. Not sale, but a reopening event. And it started while I was at work. So naturally, I wasn't going to take the day off to go Goodwilling. So the book section was actually pre-rated when I got there.
Aww.
I know. I was upset. One of my dance people sent me a picture, and I'm like, ooh, I see like a box set of books there. Interesting. Because I want to get the box set of Percy Jackson, because I had it way back, and I had gotten rid of it just because, I had to make room in my 8x8 bedroom for more shit. So I got rid of my Percy Jackson ones because I was like, oh, it'll be fine. And now I'm upset that I got rid of them. And I was hoping one day I will find Percy Jackson at Goodwill.
Someday.
So I don't have to buy an entire box set of books for like... Because there's also 3 different series in that now. So there's the original. There's technically a trilogy of the after series of the original. And then there's the other series that's technically Roman version of Greek gods. There's like the heroes version.
He also has a Norse version now.
Oh, there's also a Norse version?
Yeah.
Because I knew there was the version that was focusing on Nico.
Mm-hmm.
And he has an Egyptian series. So I didn't know about the Norse series.
The Norse one is more recent, and the only reason I know about it is because a lot of people were pissed off at him over it, because he makes the characters gender fluid, and his legit response online was like, if you're complaining about gender fluid characters in a story based around Norse mythology, then you don't know Norse mythology, and he is correct.
Yeah. For real, like, what the hell? That's like complaining about Loki alone.
Yeah.
Thor cross dresses. What are you talking about?
In Norse mythology, all of the gods, all of the Asgard can change their gender at will. That's why we have stories about Thor dressing up as a woman and not getting caught for a long time. Like,
he cross dresses to pose as Freya for her wedding.
For a fake wedding. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I believe it was also to get his hammer back at one point.
You are completely correct. Yep. That is the same story.
He's like, I want my hammer back. Freya, I am going to pose as you for your not wedding.
Well, what it was is the guy only said he would give the hammer back if he married Freya, and so Thor dressed up as Freya to do the wedding so that he could get his hammer back in one go, and also not make Freya marry this guy who stole the hammer.
Thor, the OG feminist.
The OG. Honestly, accurate depiction.
Like, so many people don't understand actual Norse mythology. It's insane. Like, I don't even understand it that well, because it's not something I've focused on. But Rick Riordan does his fucking... Mm-hmm. He does his research. I mean, sadly, before I figured out how much of a piece of shit he was, I bought Neil Gaiman's book on Norse mythology, which apparently is really good. But Neil Gaiman.
Yeah.
And that is a personal opinion. Don't sue me. I don't have the money to fight your lawyers.
I'm sure he's in the midst of other lawsuits right now.
Fair. I mean, what the hell is he gonna do, though? Like, seriously, you're not gonna get anything from me. You want my mortgage? You can have my mortgage.
You can have her husband's student loans.
You can have my husband's student loans. You can't have the husband, but you can have his student loans.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, to the book!
To the book! Okay, so, I'm a huge Stephanie Garber fan. I have not read a single thing Stephanie Garber that hasn't, they're all good. They're all good. All good books.
I've heard good things.
She's really good. Her specialty is fairy tales, folklore, and mythology, and that is the exact same thing that my specialty is in. So, yeah, you can imagine why I like her so much.
Hey, Stephanie, you want an audiobook narrator? We got one right here.
We gotta give you a better setup first. But yes, I would love to be an audiobook narrator for her someday. Holy shit. Dream come true. So, one note that I have about Stephanie Garber's books, and she's only written 2 trilogies, a novella based off of the original trilogy, and then this is the first book to another series, which I don't know if it's going to be a trilogy or a duology. She hasn't announced that yet. She's just announced that another book is coming. She's announced 2 books are coming. First, novella based off of her second trilogy, and then the sequel to this book. I personally think she's going to do another trilogy. What she really does, she's done it in her last 2, and this is currently already following the formula, is that the first book wraps up nicely enough with a few plot holes that if she doesn't get the contract to continue the books, it doesn't leave readers terribly upset. The second book is going to be a transitional period where she's gathering more allies and some wacky shenanigans happens. And then the third book should be a multi-POV. Yes, I said multi-POV. She's one of the few authors who can write multiple point of views, and I don't hate it. But she only ever does that for the finales of her trilogies, like 2 or 3, and it's still mostly 1 to maybe 2 characters, with a third one kind of sprinkled in occasionally.
Makes sense.
She's actually an author that does multiple points of view correctly.
You don't sound salty at all.
I hate multiple point of views most of the time. But speaking of multiple point of views, this book actually starts out in second person, which caught me off guard.
Second person?
Yeah, you never read books in second person.
No. I can't think of a single time I have. Like, that's something you learn about and then forget exists.
Yes. She starts this book in second person, with an account of you, the reader, attending Professor Kim's secret class, Folklore 517. Okay? Following along?
I am in a lecture. Got it.
You're in a lecture. It's an interesting lecture filled with puzzles and tricks of the trade, and if you get through, you get a grade, and it shows up on your transcripts. Occasionally, these chapters are not persistent. This is an occasional point of view that is only present throughout the first third of the book, and then there's an in-canon reason to end this point of view and focus solely on the actual main character. But yes, you are attending a lecture every 2 to 5 chapters for the first third of the book.
Interesting.
And these lectures have to do with what's going on in the book actively. So let's ignore those lectures, because as cool as they are and as fun as reading second person for the first time in years was, they serve as lore dumps. So we're going to focus on our main character, Holland St. James. Yes, her name is Holland.
I like the Netherlands as much as the next person.
Yeah, you wait till you hear what his sister's name is.
Oh, no.
They're twin sisters, too. It's a good twin name because they're both equally as ridiculous, but both actual names that do exist in real life. So I'm not upset by it. I'm just taken out a little bit every once in a while. But Holland is a graduate student in present-day Los Angeles working on her thesis about folklore and mythology. Hey.
I was not expecting this to be in LA.
I only was expecting it because I knew ahead of time. By the way, this is the book that Thyme recently bought me that I have a short released on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, I believe, of me opening the book. Yeah. Okay. But yes, it takes place in modern day Los Angeles. And we are going to start Holland's journey, her story, with her struggling through her dating life. Reminder, this is a mystery. And I say this lovingly. So, she's never had a 4th date and really hopes that this 3rd date works out. But during the date, she runs into an alley that she's never seen before to see if she can find a local legend. And she does. She does find a local legend because, her entire thing is folklore and mythology, and so she's obsessed with local legends. And
wait, so she's on a date and just goes into a fucking alley?
Yeah. You wonder why she's never had a 4th date in her life.
Okay.
Yeah. She's literally lamenting about, man, I never get a 4th date, and I really want this guy to work out because he's just so nice and perfect, because he's nice and handsome and he cares about animals.
What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?
I knew you were going to say that. Bear with me. Okay.
Okay.
That's exactly what I thought when I read that too. What's wrong with him? Because it's literally the second page she's thinking about. She wants this to work out because he's so nice and cares about animals.
if that's happening, you're either in a fucking horror movie or you're in a fucking Hallmark movie. There's no in between. Either the guy's a murderer or you're in a Hallmark movie. Which are basically the same things. I mean, can you imagine going home to your small town for Christmas and you can't leave?
No. I went to my small town for Christmas last year, and small town, I mean my small city.
Small city of like 75,000
the entire metropolitan area is 250,000 people.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's growing. Why do you think they built another high school? They're all like they opened another high school this year, and they're already working on the 4th one.
Holy shit.
And 4 might seem small for everybody out here. It's more complicated than that. There's technically 7 high schools, but we're not going to get into the details of that. Not including your high school from the entire different county. That's just like 15-minute drive outside.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yes, she, in this alleyway, she runs into the office of the Watchman. He is a man who will tell you when to die and give you the option to learn how to extend your time. Unfortunately, he is not in the office that day, but there's a person there that takes down their names to pass on to the Watchman. Yeah? What's the laughter for?
Oh, I'm just imagining like, oh, I'm sorry, your local cryptic isn't in today. Please leave your voicemail at...
It's essentially what happens. There's a lot of that in this book. It's really funny. I love this book. Not as much as I love like Stephanie Garber's other books definitely hit closer to home for me, but this is a really good book regardless.
Need to buy it for myself now.
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh, their Black Friday sale's coming up. Maybe it'll be on sale. Ooh, there we go.
You should. Absolutely. I thought you weren't supposed to buy books until after Christmas, though.
I'll see if he'll let me make an exception.
I know that the weekend after Christmas, Barnes & Noble has a 30% off hardbacks sale every year. It used to be 50% off, but now it's 30%.
50% off in this economy?
Yeah, I know, right? Anyways, the next day, Holland wakes up with no call from this, and I wrote in my notes, absolutely perfect for forgettable guy. I don't have his name written in my notes. And the new professor for her department wants to meet her. As she's getting ready to leave, she calls her sister, January, who isn't acting herself, and hangs up quickly. And I didn't get to see if you had a reaction to that name, January.
You know, I've heard worse. I've definitely heard better. Please tell me if she has kids, they have better names.
Stephanie Garber? Or...
Yes.
Stephanie Garber doesn't have kids as far as I'm aware, but I wouldn't know for sure. I will say that in Stephanie Garber's other books, she has better names for characters.
Okay.
But also, once you find out who these people's parents are, it all makes sense.
Okay. Quirky parents. Got it.
Quirky parents. Yeah.
Okay. So when does her sister die?
Her sister doesn't die.
What?
Spoiler alert. Her sister is alive.
What? You're telling me she's like not acting herself and she doesn't fucking die after we just heard about a Watchman?
This is absolutely the setup for the next book.
Oh, okay.
Like, knowing Stephanie Garber, this doesn't get resolved right away.
Got it.
So this is the setup.
Okay.
Sister's acting weird, hangs up really quickly, and then as Holland opens the door, a man is there and hands her an unmarked package he found on the porch and a bank card telling her that they've been trying to get in touch with her to get a safe box that has been lying in wait for her since her parents' death 15 years ago. Yes, this is the reveal that Holland is an orphan.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. She thinks the package is from the professor, not the professor that called her to get the meeting, but in fact Professor Kim, who we are attending the lectures for actively throughout the book. Okay. So she thinks that the package is from that professor and leaves it at home as she rushes to the meeting with the other professor who wants to meet her.
Bad idea. Bad idea.
I know. The new professor is named Adam, Remember when I said that the names actually work out for other characters?
Adam.
Yeah, his name's Adam.
All I think about is that one TikTok. Not TikTok. That one Vine where the guy's like blowing the vape on the desk and then they swipe it and he's like, oh, Adam!
Adam. So there's like other Vines with a guy who has the same face. That guy is an identical twin to Adam.
Oh.
Yeah. So funny.
That's all I think about.
Adam.
Adam.
I know so many Adams.
That's a biblical name. People like naming their kids after biblical characters in hopes that they won't be assholes. But you named your kid Adam.
Absolutely. I know a few decent Adams.
I don't think I've ever met an Adam that's nice.
Aw, that sucks. I know an Adam who is Two-Spirit, who I was the minister for their wedding. But moving on to this fictional Adam.
Yes.
This guy, this professor that's named Adam, who is far too handsome, he claims to be taking over supervision of her thesis and wants her to start from scratch to not write a paper that requires proving the devil is real. Her thesis requires her having to prove that the devil is real.
Okay.
And she refuses to start over from scratch.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
during this event,
does she like go and make sure that this motherfucker's telling the truth, or
no?
Oh, I would have gone to the department head and be like, "Yo, my dude, what the fuck?"
Yeah. Well, apparently he's the new department head as well, or something like that. Like something like he suddenly got a bunch of power and was talking to all the professors.
Go on.
Yeah. During this event where he's telling her to change the thesis and she refuses, she has the first of what becomes many episodes of bloody noses and remembering things differently than what is happening around her. To put it, the first instance of this happening, on the page, it literally has him calling himself a bastard, and she hears it asshole instead. So I actually had to like go up 2 paragraphs to see if he actually said bastard or asshole, because she was arguing with him over what he said for a hot second. And then
I'm waiting to see where this plot point goes.
It's a good mystery where it all goes together at first. And honestly, that plot point ended up not what I thought it was going to be. So I'm actually very happy. That twist didn't surprise me, but it also wasn't the first thought that I had when I was starting to get the pieces. So very happy. Regardless, after leaving the meeting, she goes to meet up with her friends at their weekly bar meeting, hoping to meet the devil and order him a sidecar so that they can get his business card. Because this is another folklore myth that they learned in the class that you are also actively attending, where if you find the devil at a bar that he frequents and order him a sidecar, he gives you his business card, which is redeemable for 1 favor.
Don't we all know the devil went down to Georgia?
Not in this story. The devil is in Los Angeles.
Damn it.
So we're going to do a real quick introduction of her friends, her 3 friends. So she has a friend named Kat who works in the costume department of a big name studio that is a fictional studio but rivals that of Universal and Disney and stuff.
Okay.
We have serious business worker Eileen, who never discusses work due to an NDA, and former child actor Chase.
Got it.
Remember these 3 characters? They show up once more throughout the series.
Oh!
Throughout the book. They are slightly plot convenience characters, for sure. But I do believe in their friendship. These are all 4 of these people met in that class that that the second point of view people... Yeah, they met in that class, attending that class. Now, somewhere in the first sequence, we get a Lord drop about Holland. And this is where I put it in my notes because it was very hard to figure out where to include it. Holland and her sister legally changed their last names to St. James after their parents died 15 years ago due to the scandal of how their parents died. Their dad was a famous writer and director, and their mom was an actress he was close with and married to. The 2 of them died on the same night after their mom won an Academy Award. Story goes that at the hotel afterwards, the mom shot their dad twice, and then herself. No one knows the twins' real identities outside of themselves and their aunt who raised them in Northern California after the incident until they could handle their inheritance by themselves.
Makes sense. I'm guessing that the mom did not actually kill the dad.
This is one of those plot points that does not get cleared up because it's very clearly setting up for the next book.
Rude.
Yeah. But there are hints towards what probably happened throughout the book. We can talk about that at the end. So, like, with the sense of her trying to hide what her parents were, she has a house that she either bought with her inheritance or she inherited from them. It's not clarified, but she comes up with crazy reasons how she owns a house in like the rich part of Los Angeles and makes people not talk about it by just telling them the most wacky stories. Like, she goes to great lengths to not talk about her parents.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, when your parents died like that. So, moving back to the meetup at the bar. Holland finally gets a call from the man from the date. Finally. In this phone call, the date guy, whose name I can't remember and isn't in my notes, tells her that he received the call from the watchman and that he was told he will die in just about an hour.
Oh, okay.
And he wants to see her before he goes.
I wouldn't go, but go on.
She goes. She leaves her friends and to go see him, and she gets there with only about 10 minutes left. And that's where we get the reveal that he lied about his names and hobbies because he was hired to date her.
What? You mean that the perfect guy was not actually perfect?
I want this to be known. I don't remember his like fake name at all. The original name that we were introduced to him by. Even though his fake name is mentioned more often than his real name. He has the most generic white boy name, and that's all I remember about him. And then, like, it's revealed that his real name is Axel. I remember his real name, but not his fake name.
You know, I actually know I know at least one Axel, so...
Same. Absolutely same. Shout out to Stephanie Garber for making his fake name so forgettable, but his real name not forgettable. Actually great characterization on that end.
Consider me shooketh. I thought that they were going to get married and have many children, and no, I wasn't.
She was gonna get that fourth date.
Yeah.
Now you're probably asking yourself, why did he reveal this when he has 10 minutes left to live?
Because he was lying?
It's because the watchman, when he asked the watchman how to extend his time, he was told that the only way to extend his life is to kill Holland.
Oh, nice.
So obviously she runs away.
Yeah, fair. I told you not to go, bitch.
Yeah. Honestly, all of us told her not to go. But she can't seem to find her car and just starts running in circles until she runs into the now dead ex-boyfriend not far from his door.
Oh, so the motherfucker still died.
He still died, yeah.
Oh, wait, I think that reminds me. This is such an odd point to remember this, but I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that one of her books is getting turned into a movie, and I think it was this one.
I'm pretty sure it is. This one's an easy one compared to her other books to get turned into a movie.
I don't know why the murder made me think about it.
Honestly, it should be the part that indicates that it's going to get turned into a movie is the modern day Los Angeles.
Fair.
All of the locations described in this book are actual locations that she went to while researching where to go, like where to put her stuff in the book.
Fair.
So I could literally I could look into the book, find the names of these locations, and actually go visit them.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that now, but also, meh.
New TikTok trend: Alchemy of Secrets spot find.
Ooh, that might be what I do for my... no, I don't have time to do that because I'll be in Portland for my break. Oh, well. Or I could ask my friends to do it.
Ooh, there you go.
So, Chase, remember her friend Chase?
Yes.
Oh, I guess he's not a 1 plot point character. He's a 3 plot point character, but he calls her, interrupting her panic, and he helps her calm down and tells her to stop investigating the dead man's apartment.
Oh! She's in his apartment?
He died, but he didn't close the door behind him, so his apartment's just open. So she grabs the file he has on her and does a small investigation before going back to searching for her car. And she finds her car very easily this time, only it's not turning on now.
Because that's not sketchy at all.
Yeah. And as she's trying to get it to turn on, or maybe just before, I can't remember exactly where it falls in this. She gets a call from the Watchman.
Yummy.
He says that she will die tomorrow night, 1 minute before midnight. And the only chance to extend her life is to find the alchemical heart.
Because that's not convoluted at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Side note, does the Watchman kill these people, or...?
No, he's a completely neutral source.
So how does he prevent the deaths then?
He's just, he's got the ability to look into the future and tell you, he can just tell you how you're gonna die, just by looking in the future, but he can see multiple paths.
Ah.
Yeah. So he tells you how you're gonna die based off the current trajectory of your life.
Got it.
Yeah. He also actively, like, she has several conversations with him. I very much glossed over a few of the conversations she has with him. But in one of his conversations, he's just like, I hate having to tell people like you that they're going to die soon because it's so depressing. Normally, it's like, oh yeah, you're going to live until like another 50 years and the way you extend your life is exercising or something. But then I get people like you.
Motherfucker's just trauma dumping.
Yeah. He lives in the most garishly colored place just because he wants to feel alive because his job is depressing.
Fair.
Man is the most real man in the entire book.
I mean, isn't that why we're all obsessed with plushies now?
Yeah, I have a lot of plushies.
As I'm looking at your Foy Coco. Is that a Mudkip?
Yeah, I forgot you could see them. I washed them finally. There's a Mudkip, a Foy Coco, and a Grookey.
Yeah.
And it's completely ignoring all the other stuffed animals around.
Well, I just see the Pokemon, so.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be over there. Don't tell my school.
Don't tell me school.
It's on the other side. It's on the side of the dorm I'm not supposed to be using because nobody lives on that side, but like, I cannot be bothered.
Just make sure they're not there while you're not there.
Yeah, I mean, it's super easy. Just move them to my bed. But anyways, so a reminder, she gets a call from the Watchman during this whole business, and her car's not turning on. That's where we're at right now. We're still in the second sequence. This is the end of the second sequence, though. Now, a man in a car pulls up next to her and informs her that it won't turn on because he made sure that it won't turn on. Oh, the ridiculousness of this.
Call 911.
This man is Gabe. Also, the cops are actively coming. She can hear the cops coming.
Got it. Probably because of the murder.
Yeah, because of the murder. So, this man is named Gabe, and he claims that her sister sent him to keep her alive, and she needs to come with him.
No.
After some back and forth, finally, with the police sirens getting very, very close, she just makes the leap of faith and gets in the car.
Call your sister first, dumbass.
But as she's getting in the car, she has another one of these nosebleeds that I mentioned earlier, and sees Gabe as Adam instead for a brief moment.
Adam?
Yeah. And then she tries to call her sister as she's in the car, but Gabe grabs her phone, throws it out a window, and then offers her a burner phone to make the call instead. This man is not the murderer, by the way. This man is not the villain. Sorry for the spoilers.
Is he the devil?
He's meant to be very suspicious.
Is he the devil? Is Adam the devil? Honestly, making Adam the devil would make sense. His name is Adam.
We're going to keep going, and I'm going to make you guess who the devil is.
Yes.
Actually,
please do.
I've already figured out one of these two men is the devil. You're right.
His name's... Okay, it's either Adam because, his name's Adam, or it's Gabe because either that or Gabe is supposed to be the Archangel Gabriel. I don't know.
I mean, Gabe is short for Gabriel.
Exactly. I also just watched Good Omens a couple weeks ago, so I also was thinking of that.
Valid. Notably, January does not pick up the phone.
Fucking bitch. Fuck January.
January she's going to try and call January and text January a lot throughout the book. Never responds. All right. Now we get to a speedy Lord drop time, courtesy of our new friend Gabe. Magic is real! Wow, surprise!
There's a literal guy who predicts when you fucking die. What do you mean magic is real?
She didn't know if he was real for real or not until, less than an hour. Less than 10 minutes ago.
Isn't this your fucking dissertation thesis bullshit?
She has to prove that the devil is real. Again, I am making fun of this book. I do like this book. This is a good book. I swear.
You gotta enjoy the camp.
Absolutely. Stephanie Garber has just enough camp in all of her books. I love Once Upon a Broken Heart in the entire series. It is a wild ride. It is the most wild thing that I have experienced in a while. It is just what it is.
That's one of the things I love about David Tennant is he knows just the right amount of camp to give his characters.
Absolutely. And Stephanie Garber is really good at that too. Ugh.
That's also part of the enjoyment of watching like Hallmark movies is the tropiness, campness of it. You get to make fun of it as you're watching it.
Absolutely. Me reading a lot of smut and laughing, saying, oh, this is what straight people like?
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Next thing you know, we talking about wingspans.
Oh, God. Moving away from Sarah J. Maas. This is a Sarah J. Maas free zone. Thank you very much. Magic is real. Some families have been passing down their abilities for a long time, and magic items are rare, but exist. There is a parallel world in which magic is everywhere. And from that world came the super powerful MacGuffin known as the alchemical heart. It has reality-bending powers, and everybody wants it, but it only appears every so often according to a coded list. Notably, it's supposed to appear in the month of October of 2025, and tomorrow is Halloween, so everyone is racing to figure out where it will be. So yes, she is scheduled to die on a minute before midnight Halloween night.
Damn it, we missed it.
We did! No wonder this book came out at the beginning of October. Oh, this should have been my Halloween book and not... What was it? Oh, Treachery of Swans? No, it was The Phoenix Keeper. Yeah. Let's see, where did I... Oh, yeah. Gabe can't figure out why everyone thinks Holland has the heart. But through the lore drop, she pieces together that the last confirmed owner of the heart was her dad shortly before his death. So, Gabe doesn't know who her dad is, so he can't figure out the connection.
Well, that's why he died. That's why he died.
That's actually not why he died.
Oh, damn it.
That is not why he died, funny enough. Because he had the heart a couple months before he died. Mm. It is, again, it's referenced why he died the way he did.
Okay.
But not solidly yet. So, after some back and forth, Holland convinces Gabe to take her to Professor Kim's house, as she's certain the professor can help them. Unfortunately, the professor's house is ransacked already by the time they get there. As Gabe searches upstairs, Holland finds a clue in the office. Then, Adam walks in.
Adam!
And there's a Mexican standoff in the kitchen between him and Gabe. 'Cause yeah, why is Adam in this house right now? Both men get shot, obviously. Adam is in far worse condition than Gabe is. But Holland gets Gabe back to the car as Adam is just lying on the floor. Gabe assures her that Adam will still be alive. Don't worry about him. Can you figure out who the devil is yet?
What? I didn't call that. I also thought about it when the whole I am somehow in power position thing happened.
Yeah. It's, like, kind of obvious, but kind of not. It's a good amount of dramatic irony.
His name's Adam.
His name's Adam, yeah. I mean, his name's Gabriel as well. At her house, because Holland takes Gabe to her house. She sews Gabe back together and opens the unmarked package earlier.
Finally.
To find a journal containing Professor Kim's lecture notes on different local myths, as well as a new additional one that she never learned about in class. Holland snoops through her sister's stuff upstairs because her sister travels for work and thus has a room in her house. Finds a lot of interesting clues and secrets. Finds out that bank card that she got earlier, her sister has been trying to hide the bank thing from her this entire time. And again, not answering the phone.
What a rude lady.
God damn it, January. Which, by the way, either of them could pick up the thing. So, as she's searching for clues and stuff and through her sister's stuff, they're interrupted by cars pulling into her front driveway and is forcing her and Gabe to escape on foot through the backyard. They steal a car, and Gabe drives them to a random house on the beach, as he proceeds to break into them and stay for the night together. More nosebleed things, with Gabe suddenly looking like Adam for a moment, and then they share a bed because Gabe won't let her out of his sight for a moment.
There's only one bed.
Only lets her... There's multiple beds, but Gabe is like, no. I'm keeping you alive. We're sharing a bed. The only time I let you out of my sight was so that you could take a shower. She gets nightmares and then smaller hints and stuff in her nightmares and talking to Gabe. I'm not going to go through every single hint because we don't have that time.
Yes.
Only the major hints. So, the next day, Gabe takes Holland to the bank to get her dad's stuff with a ton of instructions on how dangerous this magical bank is. By the way, the bank is magical. And how to survive. She has 20 minutes to get in and get out before the bank can apprehend her, because they are under the belief that the bank wants the alchemical heart, and the alchemical heart might be in that safe box because of how...
Yeah.
Because of her dad. Yeah. So, here's our first plot twist that I did not see coming. Because there's a lot of plot twists here. I definitely saw a lot of them coming, but this one I didn't. Professor Kim, she's the branch manager of the bank. She has the ability to read minds, which is something Gabe warned Holland about, but uses a magical device to stop time so that her and Holland can talk for more than 20 minutes.
Okay.
And yes, that 20 minutes is treated correctly because of how the magic works in the bank. Now, there's a few more conversations that happen in the bank than just what she has with Kim, and I'm going to sum up 3 important points. There's smaller points going on here, but first, Gabe is supposedly a murderer with strong evidence. Second, the name of the man who delivered the bank card yesterday is not known to anybody within the bank. He gave her his name. I don't remember his name. His last name I think is Vargas, but that doesn't matter. But nobody knows him. Nobody recognizes that name. Nothing.
Creepy.
Third, the conversation is cut short as the time-stopping item shatters, much to Kim's surprise. It was not supposed to shatter. Anyways, as Holland goes down to the vault, she rats out Gabe for being in a car down the street. So, her one friend, she's just like, by the way, he's down the street. You can apprehend him if he's a wanted murderer.
What?
I mean, to be fair, he is incredibly suspicious.
I mean, fair, but also, you don't know that yet.
Yeah. I mean, he prevented her car from working, told her that her sister sent him. She hasn't been able to contact her sister throughout this entire thing. And he, with the touch of his hand, can break into houses and steal cars because he has the power of controlling electricity.
It's kind of cool, though.
And he has no qualms with stealing cars or breaking into houses. Yeah, it is pretty cool, though. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, he's naturally suspicious, and he's designed to be naturally suspicious. I still don't like him at the end of the day. Both love interests are kind of shitty people.
Is the other love interest Adam?
Yes.
Knew it.
A lot of the fandom online wants her to end up with the mysterious third guy who hasn't shown up yet.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, why?
Probably because he's the only one of the two guys that isn't an asshole.
But, I'll probably figure out how we meet him later.
Yeah, you will. He's important enough that I'll talk about him.
Okay.
In the box is the first few pages of her dad's last unreleased screenplay, not The Alchemical Heart. Mostly because Gabe taught her how to figure out if an item is magical or not, so she can tell that the screenplay is not. But she couldn't help but read the screenplay as she's in the vault, and that's how she runs out of time. She literally is like, I shouldn't be doing this, but I can't help myself. Starts reading it, runs out of time. And then the power goes out very quickly after she runs out of time. At first, she thinks it's Gabe using his ability to control electricity, but then she follows a trail left for her and finds her friend Eileen at the end, who's helping her escape. Remember Eileen, the one who can't talk about her job because of an NDA?
Yes.
Turns out it's not an NDA, it's magic. Yeah. After a new lore drop of that one unknown entity in the journal, unknown entry in the journal, my apologies, I'm dyslexic, they come to the conclusion that a key that Holland grabbed from her sister's stuff will get her into the Motor Hotel. And the Motor Hotel is this place where time, an hour in the hotel is only a minute to those outside of the hotel.
Interesting.
So Eileen drops her off there.
I want to know why the fuck her sister has all this shit.
Because her sister's in the magic world, too. Her sister actually works for a different branch of the bank.
How the fuck did she get that job?
She made a deal that she would work for them if they never hired Holland?
Why?
Great question. This is what I'm assuming we get to in the second book or third book. Like, all of the plot holes in the story that are not patched up have to do with what the fuck is going on with January and what the fuck happened the night her parents died. And even then, we get more hints to what happened the night her parents died than whatever is going on with January. I am utterly confused about January. Okay, so we are now in the hotel, and Holland runs into Adam, who has healed from his wounds because he has been staying in the hotel to heal his wounds. And he saves Holland from being kicked out of the hotel due to the rules on people taking others' keys without permission. So she didn't get permission from her sister to use the key, so the hotel almost kicks her out, and then Adam puts her down on his guest list so that they can talk and do things.
Wait, so I would just like to clarify here. Motherfucker decided I'm gonna be a fancy-ass professor so I can go talk to this one chick so I can give her an assignment about her needing to prove that I exist by getting my business card.
Oh, no. He's the one that wanted her to stop proving that the devil exists.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, no. The thesis she was already working on required proving the devil exists, and he wanted her to stop that, and he is the devil.
He's like, don't prove I exist. I want to be anonymous.
Yeah.
I don't want people coming to me for favors. Fuck you.
The specific thing that she was trying to prove with her thesis was that the devil exists, and he's the reason why a lot of famous people die around the age of 27, which includes her parents.
Why the hell would the devil be the reason that happens?
Because the devil makes deals that people can't fulfill, and thus they die. This isn't confirmed to be what happens with the deals, by the way, but that is the theory that her thesis runs on.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, until less than 24 hours ago, she didn't realize the devil is actually real, but, you know. So, Holland fills Adam in on what has been going on because she figures that she should have trusted Adam over Gabe in the Mexican standoff they had earlier, and she needs somebody to help her get around this magical new world because who else is going to do it? But we also start getting more Nosebleed episodes, except this time she sees Adam as Gabe for short moments. So before it was Gabe as Adam, now it's Adam as Gabe. They continue to follow the trail left behind by her father, laced into the script. So her father wrote all these riddles into the script to help her figure out what to do. She has an in-person meeting with the Watchman, who, of course, reveals that Adam is the devil, but Adam is one of two devils. Plot twist, there's two devils. So, I forgot to mention something here. Remember when she was leaving the bar earlier with her friend? Like she left the bar to go see the guy?
Yes.
I had it in my notes, but I think I glossed over it. As she's leaving that bar, she looks up and sees a man in a white suit, but the rest of her friends can't see it. And that's the second time she actually has a nosebleed. But the Watchman reveals that the other man in the white suit from the bar the previous night is the second devil.
Makes sense.
Now, another reveal. Adam's power is that when he touches people, he can manipulate their memories. But he explains that his brother is the devil that hurts people, and he wants to stop him for good. Up to you on whether or not you trust that. I know the answer, but that's up to you. Which devil do you trust?
So he wants to stop his brother devil, who apparently hurts people? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Pick your devil.
I'll wait till I get more evidence.
Okay. All right. So Holland connects with Kat to get into the studio that Kat works at to find the last few clues, because the studio that Kat works at is the studio that her dad used to live in, because really big studios can have houses for big stars and directors. Yeah. While they are there, they run into Gabe again, who steals the last clue. By the way, Gabe worked out a deal with the bank. That's why he's back. Because they apprehended him, they had to talk, and yeah. But Holland already got what she needed from it, so she makes her way to the location that she knows the heart has to be in, based off of the clues that she has gathered throughout the entire story. And surprise, surprise, it's the bar from earlier, the one that her friends and her frequent. Yeah, it all comes back full circle.
The one where the devil gives them business cards?
Yep. You're on point there.
Is he the mysterious third love interest? The other devil?
Yeah. Yes, you are correct. The other devil is the one that everybody wants her to get with.
We don't know anything about the guy yet. Other than apparently he hurts people and gives them favors.
Only if you buy him a sidecar.
Man, what is a sidecar? Is that a type of drink?
Oh, it's a type... Yeah, it's a mixed drink.
Okay, what's in it?
In fact, I don't know.
We're
Adam orders one when you meet him in the
Adam!
Is the first hint that Adam is the devil is that he orders his own sidecar?
Cognac, orange liqueur, and lemon juice. Okay, sweet, sour, rich flavors, sugar and glass. Right. Man, I feel like the devil should order something more entertaining.
Like a Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
It's a little too on the nose.
Yeah, but you could also just order fucking Fireball if you want to be more on the nose.
Fair.
I don't know, like, one of my favorite things is, so there's an episode of Supernatural where Dean and Crowley are in a bar, and there's a screenshot where he's ordering, like, a fruity cocktail, and it even has, like, a fucking pitchfork in it. Like, have him order that or something. Be more entertaining than a fucking sidecar. God.
Is there a Georgia sour?
Ooh, probably would have peach.
That sounds good.
I mean, they make peach, what's it called? Crown Royal.
Ooh.
Yeah. There was one year where it was really hard to get because there was a shortage of Georgia peaches. I think that was around COVID. We don't have, I don't think we have a bottle of it. We might. If we do, it's because my mom gave it to us. We're not big drinkers.
Same.
Like, the only time I was a big drinker was we went, mind you, if I drink a cider. I'm also on medication that makes me more sensitive to alcohol, so one drink will fuck me up. But we went to Atlanta. We went to fucking Georgia, okay? Maybe I met the devil, and that's why. There was these two English blokes while we were there. Don't go okay, listeners.
Don't go drinking.
Don't go drinking with English guys, okay?
Any British people, whether they're maybe you could drink with some Wales, but some Welsh.
They will drink you under the table. Like, yeah. I was still drunk the next day. I am pretty sure I had alcohol poisoning and didn't know it. Dalton had the worst hangover. Yeah. 2-drink rule in our household. For me, it's 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
On a good day, if I'm feeling it. But also, alcohol just makes me feel like shit.
Alcohol's not as fun as people say
It's not. It's not fun. If you're wanting to have fun, you know what you do. You make either like a slushie, like a virgin margarita if you're gonna be fancy with it, you know, or you just get sparkling cider or some cocoa or something. Get some cocoa.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, I could go for some hot chocolate.
Yes. Oh, when we were in Brussels, when we were in Belgium, that was the one thing I had to do. We went to somewhere for lunch, and I'm like, I'm getting a Belgian hot chocolate. Fuck yeah. My dad got a cherry. Yeah. My dad got a cherry ale, a cherry beer.
Of course he did.
Yeah. But I'm like, hot chocolate. That's what I'm getting. I'm in Belgium, motherfuckers. I also still have a tin of Belgian cocoa powder because I'm like, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna savor this cocoa.
It's for special occasions.
Okay, so they go to the bar where the other devil hangs out.
Yeah. This is the specifically, this is the bar that Adam's brother is confined to.
He's confined to this bar?
Yes.
Why is he confined? Do we know?
I'll tell you soon.
Okay.
But also, this establishment is currently hosting a Halloween party because, reminder, it's Halloween. Holland gets separated from Adam while they are going through, and also Gabe is there. Yeah, I honestly didn't put in my notes that Gabe is here because he does not need... I don't even need to mention that he's here. She doesn't run in... Do they run into Gabe again? No, they don't run into Gabe again throughout the entirety of the bar scene. She almost runs into Gabe, but as she's separated from Adam, she runs into his brother, whose name is now going to be mentioned for the first time, Mason.
Mason?
Yep, Adam's brother is named Mason.
Mason.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I feel like we could have come up with a different name, but okay. Other two have biblical names. He's just Mason.
Yeah.
Mason is what you name, like, your edgy teenage son, I guess, so maybe it works.
I guess.
But to be fair, the only other Mason I knew I met at a Halloween party, actually, when I was in college. I don't remember much about him. I just remember he was a bit on the nice guy side.
Oh, okay. Every Mason I've met just chugs Monsters or Red Bulls constantly, so like that's a choice. Okay, so after some back and forth, Mason finally pulls Holland into a room alone, and we get one more lore drop.
Okay.
Surprise! Adam's a liar!
The devil's a liar?
Yeah, he's the evil devil. And has been trying to steal Mason's power for a long time. That's why Mason is confined to the bar. Because Adam doesn't have the power to completely steal another person's powers. So he's basically turned his brother into what is functionally a ghost and confined him to the bar. It's not fully explained.
To be fair,
but that is what's going on.
This man fucking decided, I'm gonna infiltrate this college you go to. Yeah. Make myself your professor. Also, you've been having weird visions of him and Gabe, so maybe don't trust the two sus people. But also, if a motherfucker's confined to a bar, I mean, what the hell's he gonna do?
Yeah. So the reason why Adam wants the heart is so that he can finally finish stealing Mason's powers.
I figured.
Yeah, pretty obvious.
Why does Gabe want it?
Gabe didn't want it at the beginning of the story. At the beginning, when he was helping her, he literally was just like, hey, don't go after the heart.
And now he wanted to keep it from Adam.
I guess so. It's never fully explained on that end. He definitely, at the beginning, Gabe is like, don't go after the heart. That's a death wish. And then after some back and forth, she's like, I have to go after it. And he's like, fine, I guess.
And my guess is Adam possibly killed her dad, question mark, Stephanie.
That is the most likely answer based off the clues we were given.
Motherfucker's name is Adam.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if your name's Adam.
If his name was Cain, it would make more sense. I kind of wish his name was Cain.
Ah, man, they should have named the brothers Cain and Abel. But they had...
That would have been so good.
But they had the one that's actually evil named Abel.
Yes, I love stories like that. I told you about my classmate who did that?
Yes.
And didn't really... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wild to me. How do you accidentally write Cain and Abel that accurately? Anyways.
So when do we get the Archangel Michael?
Maybe next book.
Oh my god, that's where January is. She's hanging out with Michael.
Oh, maybe. That might be the guy that January is supposedly in love with that we can't figure out if he is actually real or not throughout the entire story.
Turns out it's Mason.
God, I hope not. According to Mason, the only person who can see him is our leading lady Holland because of the whole ghost thing. We might be wondering why. Why would specifically Holland be able to see him because of the whole ghost thing?
Clairvoyance?
Well, turns out he has been watching a time loop for the same 2 days over and over again for far longer than he can remember anymore. Because when Holland dies, if she dies before she finds the heart, which has been every time so far, time rewinds to the beginning of the previous day before she dies. But only Mason can remember that because of the whole ghost thing, which makes time and memories work differently for him than the living. Which, by the way, this is the explanation behind the nosebleeds and her seeing Adam as Gabe. Because in every timeline, she either ends up with Gabe and then rats him out to the bank, or she ends up with Adam and rats him out with the bank, and then she switches who she trusts. And with that, it's normally Gabe that she's with first and then Adam afterwards.
So like this one.
Yeah, just like this one. Mason has this whole thing about like, it's a little interesting when you come here by yourself and all these different things, but it doesn't go on for too long. It's well paced. So he tells her that the heart is in fact not in the bar, and she needs to go because the person who murders her in every timeline is Adam. Yeah, Adam's her murderer. Okay, we're almost at the end. You ready for this?
Yes.
Hello.
Sorry, I was just thinking about how it totally makes sense that someone who's supposedly the devil is a murderer.
Yeah. Holland, of course, trusts her dead dad more than a ghost and keeps searching for the heart in the bar. She realizes that the one place in the property that she hasn't checked is her bag. The bag of things that she grabbed from home that she's been carrying around with her this entire time, that she grabbed like it's got a handful of her items, but it's mostly her sister's items because of how she got interrupted that day.
Please tell me she like goes into a locked bathroom or some bullshit.
She goes into like a hallway that's staff only or something.
Like that'll prevent a murderer?
Yeah, right. So she's going through the bag. She finds her sister's necklace, the one that is matching to hers, because by the way, her and her sister have matching necklaces.
Is it heart-shaped?
No. One is the alchemical symbol for salt, and I think the other one is the alchemical symbol for tin, which is part of the symbol for the alchemical heart that she has learned throughout the story, so she kind of assumes. And when she touches the necklace, she realizes that her sister's necklace is magical, and then she realizes that her matching necklace is also magical. So she puts on her sister's necklace, and the two of them combine into a heart shape. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. By the way, that's not the heart.
Cool. What is it?
But she's convinced this is the heart and tries to leave, and then Adam finds her as she's trying to leave. He touches her, making her forget just enough that he can get close to her, and then they kiss, and he stabs her as he takes the necklace.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are they?
Huh?
What are they?
Are you asking
Like,
what is Adam in Holland?
No, like what are the why are the necklaces magical? What do they do?
Doesn't explain.
Oh, god damn it.
Again, everything going on with January is nothing that goes on with January is explained. This is why I'm convinced January is going to be the next book.
I'm also like, wouldn't the devil know what the alchemical heart is, or is he also does nobody actually know what it is?
The alchemical heart can change shape and has changed shape several times throughout history.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So nobody knows what it looks like until it shows up.
Interesting.
So the knife is laced with poison, so it doesn't kill her automatically. She has 10 minutes to live, which, hey, sounds a lot like that boy that got stabbed at the beginning of the story.
A little bit.
A little bit. That's Adam was the guy who killed him. So it's not her time yet, but Mason shows up and is like, okay, this is, even though you've been murdered by Adam every single time, I haven't actually been here to watch the murders, so this is a little weird. But also, man, I guess we gotta do the whole restart time thing. She's like, nope, the poison hasn't seeped into my bones yet. There's still time. So she continues to search the bag until she comes across the journal from the unmarked package earlier. Now, she has come into keener senses since the beginning of the story. You know, she didn't know magic was real for certain before, but now she can feel what items are magical and what items aren't. So now she knows that the journal was actually magic this entire time. And she realizes that she has actually been carrying the heart with her the entire time. It's the journal.
Okay. A marked package. Yeah. Check. I mean, we knew it was going to be important.
Yeah. It was in fact not sent to her by her professor.
So what's in the journal? Does it say anything, or is it just blank?
We read the journal. The journal was read earlier. It was her professor's notes plus the information about the motor hotel that wasn't in her professor's notes. That's why there was a lesson that wasn't the professor's lessons in the journal, is because it wasn't actually the professor's journal.
Interesting.
Yeah. Her new theory is that her dad sent her here so that she can switch the places of the devils. So she uses the heart to do that. She makes Adam the ghost that's confined to the bar and Mason alive. And also heals herself, obviously. So Mason thanks her and leaves. Now, during this whole process, the heart turned into a different object. So she sits down with the bar, puts the heart in a chair next to her, and then the heart turns into the person who handed her the package at the beginning of the book.
Wait, so it's like a living fucking thing?
It's a living thing.
Okay.
It is a genuinely true neutral living thing that only cares about magic and doing fun things with magic.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's why nobody at the bank knew who she was talking about when she mentioned the guy who delivered the package and gave her the bank card at the beginning, because that was the alchemical heart personified.
Alchemical heart's just like, hey, I'm gonna fuck your shit up.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so it can use the magic that it has to do whatever the whims of the current person who holds it wants it to do. Mm-hmm. So it wants to know what Holland wants it to do. First of all, she asks for a power, which unlocks her innate power, because according to the alchemical heart, every person has an innate power within them that just needs to be unlocked or was passed down to them through bloodline, that whole thing. And he can't make a specific power for her, he can just unlock it. But tells her that she will be very happy with the results in a few weeks when it's fully unlocked and she can properly use it. Now, she comes to the conclusion that the reason that it only shows up every so often is that the previous owner of it always wishes that the heart move on to another person, and the heart confirms that that is the reality of what's going on. So, using the last note from her dad, she wishes for the heart too, and I quote both her dad and what she says. Someone who needs you, but doesn't really want you. Someone kind who will use you once for their need and then never again. Now, finally.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
It does sound familiar, doesn't it?
Nanny McPhee. It sounds like the Nanny McPhee thing.
Ooh, you're right. It's a good sentiment to have for an ultra-powerful item, to treat it that way. Okay, so finally, she goes about her days as with her new normal, and she runs into Mason again at the beach. He gives her his business card for a free favor and tells her to keep her new ability a secret, and that's how the book ends.
Fair.
So how you feeling? You probably have a lot of questions. Let's talk about her parents' death.
Yeah, I think that and the sister are the two biggest ones. I mean, I get why people would rather have her end up with Mason. I mean, obviously, Adam's Adam.
Yeah.
Always seemed a bit kind of weird in the beginning.
Yeah. Mason shows actual, distress over her death.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It actually does show a little bit of care towards her, but I'm not going to get into anything January related because it is so vague and obviously setting up for the second book that, there's just genuinely not enough information to go off of. But we can talk about her parents for a hot second.
Well,
do you have a question?
Thought is, Gabe also sounds paternalistic, like a lot of modern love interest bullshit that I hate.
Yeah, he definitely is. Which is why I'm very glad that her romance with him was a page with one kiss after that one page.
Wait, so there's actual romance-esque things with all of them, in a way?
All of them but Mason.
You know what? Fair.
She has 3 guys pining after her, and none of them are Mason.
Well,
the third guy is her childhood friend.
You know what? We love a asexual devil.
Yeah, I agree. Granted, I hate all of these men around her other than Mason. I don't care if they end up lifelong partners that are platonic or whatnot, but he is the best option for her out of all of the men.
That's like saying, this entree is terrible, but everything else is worse, so at least I like this entree.
I mean, he was barely in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. But her parents. So, what we do know about the parents' death is that the mother did in fact kill the dad, or supposedly did, actually. It's not confirmed that the mother actually killed the dad. But the dad was shot 2 times, once in the head, once in the chest, and the mother then was shot in the side of her head. And everybody believes that it was a double suicide.
Mm-hmm.
A murder-suicide. With no strong evidence pointing at anybody but the mom. Now, that being said, remember how I said her friend was a child actor who recently got back into acting and shit? I didn't say he recently got back into acting, but that's what his plot is kind of doing, his side plot.
Mm-hmm.
While he was in the studio, he saw a lot of pictures with a guy who, throughout the ages, doesn't age, but is seen with a lot of big-name celebrities. And when he shows a picture of her parents with this guy, shortly before their death, that guy is Adam.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the friend who is a child actor, he connects the dots that Adam is probably connected to their death somehow, but that is the most we're getting from that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Why are there 2 devils?
Because the devils aren't actually the devil from the Bible. They're just a family that has a lot of very strong magical connections and magical powers. And so every so often they pass their powers down to the next generation, and it was 2 brothers this time.
Got it. So people just call them the devil, basically.
Yeah, they're the family of devils.
Or
yeah,
that's how non-magical people see it.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, by the way, her dad was part of a magical family.
I figured.
Yeah. her dad being part of a magical family, the family was powerful enough that they did divination to figure out when their kids died, and only gave, like, not just when their kids died, but if their kids would die before their kids came of age. That's why, basically, remember how I said the bank is a magical bank? The laws of the magical world dictate that if you die before your successor turns 18, the magic powers that would have passed on goes to the bank instead. So the family of the father didn't give him the magic powers because when they did divination, they found out that he would die before his kids turned 18.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So he's part of a magic family. We don't know how he got in contact with the alchemical heart, but he did. He used the alchemical heart to use divination to look to the future to see what his kids were up to, and that's how he found out the danger that he put his kid into, so he set up an entire thing, which there was a cost, because the alchemical heart has a cost. It's still alchemy. And the cost was that he would die soon, I guess. But, like, again, it's so vague. So he set up all of those things in advance, knowing that he was sending the alchemical heart to his daughter in the future.
So what was the cost for her then?
So the cost for her to unlock her power, it wasn't anything, if I remember right.
Oh.
Because it's just unlocking a key.
Yeah.
But the cost for switching places with the devils switching places so that one's a ghost and the other one's not was literally just a swap. So that's why the two of them ended up in each other's place without a cost.
Okay. I mean, makes sense.
Yeah. I think the cost of healing her was just some pain.
Interesting. I wonder why that one, the dad was, then you're gonna die soon.
It's vague. Again, set up for the next book.
I would have had a conversation with the heart. I would have been like, "Yo, what's to do with my dad?"
I wish she had a longer conversation with the heart. Like, why? But also, I get it, because the longer she held on to the heart, the longer her life would be in danger.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Which I completely skipped over the scene. Her professor is in the bar that the Halloween party is happening, that she's running around looking for the heart for. And then after she's done talking to the heart, there's an entire scene where she goes out, sees her professor, and, like, outside of the bar, and talks to her professor, and is like, the heart's gone, by the way. The professor's like, yeah, I know. The heart would not have stuck around this long because of how the dates worked out with the coded message. Yeah. There's a lot of thoughts in your head right now. You're thinking.
I'm just trying to think of any other questions I have.
Kind of sucks that the only plot holes that we can talk about are, like, obvious setup for a second book.
Yeah, so she doesn't hear from her sister even after the heart thing?
No. Yeah.
Interesting. What the fuck?
I don't know what's going on with January. January is doing badass shit, I guess.
That is the big thing, especially if, like, she secretly works at some bank thing. What does Holland think January does for a living?
Oh, so at the beginning of the book, Holland thought that January was a exotic book collector who sold exotic books to rich clients.
What an odd job to think that someone has.
Yeah. Essentially an antiquarian, because it wasn't just exotic books and rare books. It ended up being, like, other items, but it was mostly rare books. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And that's why January was supposedly going around the world all the time, and in Spain, supposedly, for a hot moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
At that point, just say that you're, like, CIA or some bullshit. Like, that...
She trusts her twin.
I don't trust my sister as far as I can throw her, which is not very far. I could maybe lightly nudge her 2 inches. Maybe.
Which sister?
All of them.
Okay. Valid.
I would maybe
I guess
trust the
this
oldest.
might be... That's fair. Your oldest sister is the most trustworthy of your sisters.
But it also depends on the situation. Because I would not leave it against her to decide to do something because she thinks it'd be funny.
That's fair. That does sound like her.
Yeah.
I guess neither of us have more comments?
Yeah, I don't really have many other questions.
It definitely wraps up fairly well. I'd give this book a solid 4.3.
I mean, it all sounds pretty... Yeah, it's one of the... It wraps up really well. The only questions are what the fuck's going on with the sister, which we're obviously not going to get.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. My other thought process is like, you know, you could just say the 2 love interests were garbage and just, you know, let the guy chill. Maybe she should learn her lesson.
Maybe. I mean, I guess we could talk about Gabe for a hot second, because remember how he was at the Halloween party?
Yes.
Right after she gets the heart, before, like, she heals herself and before she has the conversation with the heart, Mason, actually, even before Mason and, I think she's not healed yet, what I'm about to say. Mason tells her to wait, he can hear somebody coming, and goes, oh wait, no, it's just Gabe. And then waits a second and goes, yep, okay, Gabe's gone. That's the last we hear from Gabe. Yeah.
Motherfucker's just like, it's just that guy.
Yeah.
He's like, that guy's harmless, it's fine.
Literally, he's not gonna kill you. He's not a problem if he runs into you. But also, like, you don't want people to know you have the heart.
That is interesting. I feel like there should have been some last interaction with him.
Yeah.
Even if it's just after it happens, you know? Be like, what the fuck was your deal, mate?
Hopefully we get some of that in book 2. Because remember, book 2 is obviously going to be a January book.
Yeah.
So, and Gabe is supposedly connected to January, which this might be our one clue that Gabe is actually connected to her if this continues. Which it is, if we get a January-centered book.
There's also the aspect of, and maybe this is the wrong word, I think it's the right word, I can't remember every instance of it. I feel like he was kind of set up to be, like, a pseudo-red herring in a way.
Absolutely.
Which is fine. I mean, this is a really bad comparison. Sarah J. Maas kind of did that with Tamlin.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, in this case it's he might be the bad guy, he's a bit suspicious, where in that one it was look at this, clearly this is the main love interest, right? It's not the hot guy that's 2 feet over.
No, it clearly is this guy, and then pull the rug under you.
This book also kind of has that similar thing of there's only one decent good character that's a guy, and it's not the one the main love interest ends up with.
Yeah.
Because the only
she doesn't end up with any of the guys.
Guy. Yeah, which I kind of like. I kind of like the idea that she's like, I don't end up with anyone. Because here's the other thing. You can be friends with people of the opposite gender.
Absolutely. She has a friend named Chase.
Yeah.
He just really loves her, and she doesn't see it.
That sounds so familiar. Mm-hmm. A little too close to home there.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah.
Stephanie Garber has confirmed on social media that there will be more romance in the next book, or later in the series. We'll find out.
And I mean, here's the thing. I love a good romance novel. Half of my fiction books are romance novel, mostly because that's the most popular thing in fiction. Even if it's fantasy, there's some sort of romance in there. And I mean, I'm someone who reads fan fiction, so I love me some romance. I feel like part of it is the aspect of women get to put themselves in the shoes of the character. Mind you, I have a very happy marriage. I love my husband. I do love me some fantasy setting though. And there are,
understandable. Same.
Like, last I checked, my husband is not a roguish, dashing pirate.
You got a golden retriever instead.
I do. I have a golden retriever. I love my golden retriever. But I was literally talking to this about him the other day, is the fact of, one of the big things is there's this whole thing on social media of, like, morally gray love interests, okay? And people try to say that a morally gray love interest are a lot of these guys that are shit people. I'm sorry, a morally gray person is not a fucking abusive asshole who is demeaning to their spouse or anything like that. Like, a morally gray person is someone who's like, I'm going to do what I think is best because to me, that is what is right. Like, yeah, I'll follow laws, but if I think the law is stupid, fuck that.
Correction. A morally gray person is somebody who's looking out for themselves more so than anybody else.
That too.
A Han Solo.
Exactly. Like, they're looking out for themselves. If anything, they might look out for the people that are, like, associated with them.
Beam ba boom ba
But they're not someone who's just, like, a dick. Necessarily. I feel like that's also why the Solo movie sucked, was because they didn't portray him properly.
Yeah.
Like, the best way to put a morally gray person's, like, thing is the line from Pirates of the Caribbean. It's guidelines.
Guidelines, yeah.
Guidelines. And that's why I'm like, You know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Morally gray people, I feel like, are like autistic. They're like rules if I think they're correct. Because that's the big thing. That's the big thing. We're all like, yeah, that's fucking stupid. I'm gonna ignore that.
Morally gray people are chaotic neutral.
Yes. They're all fairies. They're all the fae.
Maybe that's why I like fairy books so much.
We do what we want. Like, by God.
Yeah.
If I could live in my D&D universe, I would have a time of my life.
Oh boy.
The way I play my character.
I don't want to live in any world that I've created because I've made them for pain.
Valid. I didn't though. Mine, I wanted it to be realistic, but in a nice way. I say as I kill off the fucking love interest.
Look, it's all happy-go-lucky feels, and then the tragedy has to hit at some point.
That's the thing, she's already living in tragedy, though. Motherfucker had to leave her original home to go live with an asshole dad and asshole siblings, and then she falls in love with a dude, is like, fuck you, dad, you're a dick, and then he dies. And technically the dad's partially to blame.
God damn it. Daddy issues happening all over again. I'm sorry. I should have said that to you.
Let's not get into the mommy issues, that's fine.
I feel like you have more mommy issues and I have more daddy issues. Ugh.
You know what? We make an equal pair.
I don't want, like, same daddy issues.
You know what? Parental issues in general.
Yeah, parental issues in general.
At least you're not doing what most people with daddy issues do and ending up with, like, some 80-year-old dude. Could be worse.
Fair.
And look on the bright side. You're already too old for Leonardo DiCaprio, so you're not going to have that happen.
Let's go.
Anyway, we should probably wrap this up, because we're still recording.
We should. We're still recording, and it's past 10 p.m.
And you have to pack.
I have to pack and take a shower. And
move your Pokemon.
Oh, and move my Pokemon. Yeah. I don't even know if I'm gonna get to sleep tonight. It's okay, more time to sleep on the train.
You do. You have quite a long train ride.
Yeah. Alright. I believe you're the one ending the video.
Yes. Join us in our next episode, where I will try to figure out how to summarize Wickedly Ever After by R. Lee Fryer. Fryer? It's Fryer, but with an A instead of an E.
Interesting.
Yeah, and my brain that likes to pronounce all the words and the letters and the things goes Fryer. So...
Fuck. Can you tell that I got 4 hours of sleep last night?
Maybe a little. It's fine. We didn't go on like 5 tangents.
It's fine. It's a 2-hour recording.
Join us in our next episode, where we will talk about Wickedly Ever After by R. Lee Fryer.
Hell yeah.